Yeah, that's good. Okay, so sat-nav driving. Does anyone know how long the sat-nav lasts on the test?
I think 15 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Okay, and do you know about these sat-navs? So these are called the TomTom Start 20. Okay, and the sat-nav, I don't know whether I'm a big fan of them. Yeah, so I'm more familiar of using like Waze and stuff. That's what I will use like personally, right? Yeah. But unfortunately, the TomTom is what they use in the driving test. Do you know the reason why they use the TomTom in the driving test?
No.
Okay, because you can record routes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, right, so they can record routes. So it's normally can be the beginning of the test, it can be the middle of the test, it can be anywhere, but it's around about 20 minutes. All right, yeah. So what happens a lot of the time is some instructors use different sat navs. Okay, and if they use sat navs like Waze or Apple Maps or anything like that, oh god, yeah, okay. If they use Waze, Apple Maps and all of that, what will happen is when the pupil goes on the test, they can easily get confused. Right, yeah, because there's certain ways that the TomTom works, right, yeah, and it might be worth getting yourself one. They're reasonably cheap, right, yeah, but the TomTom Start, right, yeah. So and then if you got one and used it between you, that's perfectly fine. That's a good way of saving money and getting the thing. It's also good for recording routes, right, yeah. So how you do that is that menu button there, and then here. Start recording. Okay, so you can record a route and then you can save it on the a machine, you know, and call it whatever name. Okay, so routes that you want to try and do on that, you could start off simple, have a simple one, and then have a more complicated one, like with different roundabouts, different exits, different junctions, and then finally, if you sit in the back of a test and you remember the test route, then you could drive that and watch that. So it's really important. So as a driving instructor teaching someone to use sat-nav, what would you say the most important bits of information are sat-nav? All right, and I'm going to give you these information on here, right? Yeah, so you're going to get a blue line, right? Yeah. So a blue line is obviously what you follow. You're going to get the voice, and you're going to get a little box telling you how far things are. Which one do you think is the most important? So blue line, voice, or the information box at the top? What would you say?
Information box.
Okay, why?
You can plan that where you're turning left or right.
Okay, yeah.
Blue line is better because it indicates you where you go.
Okay, so you say the blue line, yeah?
You can see early on it.
Yeah, okay. And it's actually, I would put it in this order, right, yeah? I would put the box as 150, see it's 150 yards.
Yeah.
You will arrive at your destination
I
at
would
10:02 a.m.
That's the most important thing. I would say number 2 is the blue line, and number 3 is the voice, right, yeah? If you find the pupils are just going on the voice, what will happen is they will always end up making mistakes because they are leaving everything too late. So you have to make sure that they understand how the sat-nav goes. So this is a really important lesson, right, yeah? The next thing I found out was this. Anyone know how far a yard is?
How far, like?
A yard. What is a yard?
Yard, you can say.
It's equal to. You mean equal to?
Yeah, what is it equal to?
About 2.
Not really.
Okay, this is exactly what, yeah, you're right. This is exactly what people come across, right, yeah? But no one ever tells them, right, yeah? So sometimes your pupil will sit there quietly, but not really understand what a yard is,
Oh.
right? Yeah. So when you bring in the sat nav, they're the things you want to talk about. How the sat nav's going to communicate with you, what information you need to take from it, right? Yeah. The next one is, what is a yard? Ask them the question, what is a yard? How far is a yard, right? Yeah. So after a while, I found out what a yard is. It's about a meter. There's not much in it, a little bit, yeah. All right, yeah. So if they're more used to using meters, great. If they're used to using yards, great. But you need to get that understanding of what it is, all right, yeah. But a good way of doing this is sometimes putting on the sat nav, having a look to where it tells you, and say that's 150 yards to the top of the road there, all right. So you're going to get some way of them understanding, right? Yeah. Okay. There's gonna be things that people struggle with first of all when they go on the sat nav, right? Yeah. And one of them is they just focus on the sat nav, right? Yeah. So rather than concentrating on the road, they're focusing on the sat nav. This can come in right at the beginning when people are you first introduce the sat nav, right? Yeah. So what you need to do is sometimes do a little demonstration drive for them, right? To explain that the sat nav tells you one thing, like now it's telling me it's 150 yards to where I'm turning left, but then I don't have to worry about the sat nav until I've turned left. Then it shows me the next place that I'm going to go. So for example, here we go, let's have a look here, right? Yeah. Okay, sounds simple, but this will make your life a lot better, right? Yeah. So now I 100% know, like being told by an instructor, that I'm going left, right? Yeah. So I don't have to worry about the sat nav at all until I get left. Do my mirror checks, happy days, and then can you see it now comes on again that it's 80 yards to turn. Got it?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so for us sometimes it's easy using different sat navs if you're used to using them all the time. For people that haven't used sat navs, this is quite a big thing, right? Yeah. So it's 20 minutes on a test, and I believe that over the next few years it's going to be more like the whole test could be on the sat nav. Right, yeah? Okay, so I think they're doing tests. They're doing like places where they're testing it, right? More country roads, more sat nav driving, right? And the reason is it makes people think for themselves, right? Yeah. Other bits that I find that can be sort of troublesome on this can be that people, like I say back there, are focusing so much on the sat nav that they forget about their
mirror indicator.
Yeah, they just all focus on the sat nav, right? Yeah. To go with that, that is every 4 out of 5 cars will have the sat nav, right? Yeah. So the next 1 out of 5 cars has what? Do you know what that is? Following signs.
Following signs, yeah.
Okay, so when you introduce following signs, I normally bring in the sat nav first, but then I try and flick between giving directions and following signs. All right, yeah. So the following signs ones are like this. You here, I'd like you to follow the signs to Longton. Okay, there might not be a sign. So what does that mean to the pupil? What does that mean to you if there's no sign?
Carry on.
Straight, yeah? And that's the first thing that you've got to get over to them, that you just follow the sign ahead, right, yeah? And then you can start to put them in more tricky areas where they've got to look for signs, or sometimes there's signs, then it goes to no signs, then signs again. So they just get the confidence to understand where the signs are, all right, yeah? The next bit, even after the sat nav, and the sat nav is kind of easier, but the following signs are, you then got to make the pupils understand that going wrong in your test, as in going the wrong way, is that a fail or not? So if I go the wrong way in my test, am I going to fail my test?
No.
No, right, yeah? So it just depends on how they do it. Yeah. So if you remember, what's number 2 foul point in the UK? Do you remember? Number 2.
Number 2 signal mirror.
Mirrors.
Mirrors, yeah.
Okay. Mirrors changing direction, right? Yeah. Now mirrors changing direction, you can see why it happens, because people make the mistake, say they go in the wrong lane for wherever they're told to go, and then they panic and think, oh, I've got to be in the left lane, and then don't check. Right, yeah. So it doesn't matter if you go the wrong way as long as you do it correctly.
Correct.
Right, yeah. So I'm going to show you here on this sat nav me driving here, and then what we're going to do is, like I did last time we did Newcastle, today we're going to do a little bit more of sorry, last time we did Cobridge, didn't we? Yeah, this time we're going to do some areas in Newcastle, right? Yeah, and then we're going to move on to using the dual controls, when to use them, what to say, why do you use them, and what's your first line of defence. So if things are going wrong with your pupils, i.e. their steering's gone wrong and you need to jump in, what's your first line of defence? The dual controls or the steering?
When you cross the lines.
Yeah, so say if something's happening, that maybe I'm drifting towards the middle of the road,
Steering.
always steering, right? Yeah. So your steering is going to be your number one, your number one thing, right? Yeah. If you use your steering or you use your dual controls, it's really important to
At the end of the road,
Yeah.
turn left.
So,
B5039, Anchor Road.
okay, so I'm turning left and then I'm turning right. So these are what they call
Turn
the
left,
double
then
instructions.
turn right.
Right? Okay. See now? I've learned to lean forward. I'm looking. I'm happy here. And then turn right, yeah? Okay. But also
Turn right,
the other thing
either
with
cross
the sat
street,
nav you can
then
see here
turn left.
is the blue line really helps in kind of knowing where you're gonna go, right? Yeah. So after
Turn
a
left,
while,
Caroline Street.
after a while, it really helps, and it can be quite a relaxing way to drive, right? Yeah. This is the. Do you know the reason why they brought the sat nav in?
For independent driving.
More concentrate on the driving while
Well,
using.
it was quite a few years ago, right? Yeah. I think what was happening was they'd done lots of stuff like with the theory, more questions.
Turn left,
hazard
Rutland
perception.
Road.
I'm going to just go past that sometimes. Yeah, and then they did a test. They used to have their own base, the DVSA, for examiners, and I think in the local area like Ham or Hampstead, they brought a lot of local driving instructors together with their pupils that had just passed, right? Yeah, some of them were just told to follow signs to places, others were given the sat nav, and I think they were really shocked in what they found, right? Yeah, it was basically everybody was all over the shop because these pupils were so much used to being told where they were going and going through the sequence of checking your mirrors, you know, all of that.
At the end of the
that
road,
they didn't
turn
really
right,
think about it.
A5007,
So
King
sat
Street.
navs were coming in, and what was happening was their driving just fell apart. So they realised they had to do something about it because technology was changing, and this is what people drove on now, which is why the sat nav came in and the following signs, which was a very good idea.
Yeah, it's important when you're like going out of city and big city.
Turn
to
right.
follow this
Everyone
stuff.
uses sat nav.
Everyone uses sat
Every
nav.
single person. Okay?
But if you was a learner and you went from your instructor telling you everywhere where you're going to getting in your car with the sat nav, that's where the problem was. So at least now they've got something that they have to learn and practice within their drivings now, right? So that's why it's a really important thing, and that's why it's really worth getting one of them to get them on like Facebook Marketplace, and they're pretty good, and it gives you a good database of areas and stuff where.
I think I got one. I used to using taxi,
Yeah.
and I need to update that one.
Yeah. So like anything, they're a bit updated. For me, they're not the best sat nav, because if you use something like Waves, it really helps with what lane to be in, right?
Okay.
These will not help you with what lane to be in, right? Yeah. Okay. None of that will happen, right? But it's a good starter. I'll be honest with you. Okay. So once you've done that and you've done following signs, right? Yeah. Another really good exercise with your pupil is, and this is part of the GDE matrix, right? Yeah. So it's basically when you're the higher matrix, when you're a little bit under pressure, when you're stressed, right? Yeah. How your driving can change, right? Yeah. So there's certain things that might happen to a person. They go through their life, they take driving lessons, right? Yeah. It's all very controlled, right? Yeah. And this is the way it was for me, probably was the same with you. It's very controlled. You go around the test area, you're always told by your driving instructor, right? Yeah. But things have changed now, we're sort of developing more. So you can now bring in your sat nav, you now can bring in your following signs, but also you can bring in drive me here, right? Yeah. So let's say you've got a pupil in Longton, right? Yeah. And you might say to them, drive me to Newcastle town centre, right? Yeah. So that's going to be our lesson today. You're going to drive me to Newcastle town centre. So what you can do is say, look, all I want you to do is use your local knowledge and use signs, right? Yeah. So I'm not worried if you go wrong, right? So if you find yourself in the wrong lane, you show me how you deal with it, right? Yeah. But eventually, hopefully, we're gonna get to Newcastle, right? Yeah. So people will come in and they will be very, and sometimes it makes them feel a bit nervous, unsure. I always keep saying to him, honestly, don't worry about going wrong. This is not a part here, right? Yeah. But I want you to remember how you're feeling. Right, yeah, because this is really important, because that's how people have accidents. They're very stressed, but if you put them in a situation where potentially they might get stressed, and then learn how to deal with the stress, right? Yeah. So then you do that, you have your drive to Newcastle. Some people, they'll be pretty good, they get there. Other people, you will see fall apart a little bit. They get really upset, they're not sure, they keep asking you the question, am I going right? And then you just say, no, you're just trying to do your best. So we haven't got a meter or anything out there. Then once you've got to Newcastle and you're having a chat, then you can start to put in different scenarios. All right, so how did you feel on this driving to Newcastle? Oh, it made me feel really nervous. All right, we got here eventually. Yeah, we did, but God, there was a lot of areas I didn't like it. Then you can start adding on layers on, right? So, okay, so let's imagine that you got a job interview in Newcastle. You're driving up there. You are now like this. You haven't practice the route, or you haven't looked up which way to go. How are you going to feel, right? Yeah. And if you really want this job, because you need this job, what things might you do different in your driving if you got lost compared to someone who is knowing where they're going, right? Yeah. So you can bring in, because you're dealing with young people that haven't had this experience, right? Yeah. We've all been in that experience where we're trying to get to somewhere, we don't know where it is, and you've got to be there by a certain time. And what you can do is actually in the driving lessons recreate that, but under a controlled condition, so they get to feel what it's like, right? Yeah. So this is quite a good few lessons there. You can practice this, watch and see how they go, right? Yeah. I normally, what I do is sit there with my notepad and paper, and then just write down when I see certain things happen, right? Yeah. If you've got a camera in your car, it's really important, because what you can do is just write down a time, so when you've pulled them over, you can literally show them there and then, this is what happened, why did this happen, where was you thinking, do you see? Alright, yeah. So sat nav, what do they call it, follow signs driving, all good, right? Yeah. So here's an example as we follow down to Newcastle of some things that might happen, right? Yeah. You see this road up here?
Yeah.
This is really good to bring your pupils there.
These,
Do you know why?
One way street.
Yeah. Okay. So up there you've got a one-way street, so you will find their position.
position to left, right. Yeah.
Yep.
These
Okay.
two street, yeah.
But the next one up there is quite a difficult junction to pull out on.
Holding
'Cause-
street, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, so there's a lot of emerging. So this is a really good little area, right? Yeah. Now, when you've got your pupil understanding one way,
After 300 yards,
Yeah.
turn left, Montrose Street. Then, at the end of the road, turn left.
until we get there, right? When you've got your pupil understanding one-way streets, where is a good place to take them to see if they have the right thing for one-way streets?
Then, at the end of the road, turn left.
No park or
Sorry?
there is no car park in the one.
Nah, it's like, so imagine like you've taken people lots of places where there's one-way streets. In the beginning, they're not doing so well. A really good place to take them, I'll show you now, right? Yeah, because these are my backup one-way streets, right? Yeah. So when I know that people, they know the one-way streets and they're doing it correctly, what I do is I take them down Victoria Road,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and I take them into
McDonald's side back there.
McDonald's.
We used to take mine the other day.
Yeah, right, yeah. And on that McDonald's one, you will notice that as you come round the loop, it's a one-way street.
One mistake, yeah.
Okay, and you'll find lots and lots and lots of people go wrong
Yeah.
there, right? Yeah, even though they go, oh, I really understand one-way streets. Once you take them there, I don't know why, but people go wrong, right? Yeah. So if I'm turning right in a one-way street, okay, and I turn right from a left position, is that a foul or just a driver fault?
Nice feel.
Right? If I get to a stop sign and I go really slow, like really slow, and the road is clear, is that a foul
Nice feel.
or a driver fault? What about if I'm really, really slow and not unsafe?
Is it fault?
What do you reckon?
No. It's not fair.
It's a foul?
No.
Not a foul?
It's not feel.
No, I'm going to say. I just wanted to see what you were thinking.
I thought it's feel.
Yeah, you think foul? You don't think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stops and you have to stop at least.
Yeah. But you think it's not a foul? No. Okay. Okay. I like all this. I like all this when it goes like that. Right. So, a few years ago, right, yeah, I had a lady and she had to pass a test, right, yeah? Because I had a business to run, etc., right, yeah? And her partner, he kept paying me loads of money to take her out on lessons because it was so important that this test, that they didn't, money wasn't an issue, right, yeah? So, we sat at the stop sign on the night before the test, right, yeah? And she said to me, oh blimey, look at all these people that didn't stop, right, yeah? And I said, yeah, there you go. So she then went on her test, and that's where she failed. Okay? And I'm going to show you, right, yeah? So you tell me, find this. Yeah, I think it's here somewhere. So, I've got to put driving school, I think. Come on. I think it's this. Can I save this actually now? There you go.
You saved all like 3-4 years back as well.
Years and years.
Okay.
everything's here. I think it's 21. There you go. Right, yeah. So you said to me that not stopping is not a foul, and you said it is a foul. Right, yeah. So
Fields 2021 to 5 minutes.
this
9 seconds.
was
Go to channel.
this.
Stoke Driving School 1.5 thousand views 3 years ago. Play video.
Right, here we go. Let's get rid of this. These are the fouls. Okay, so it's in Newcastle. Did she stop?
No.
Did she? Right?
No.
So do you think that she would have fouled or passed on that?
I think fair.
You think so?
Yeah, I think.
You think foul?
Fair.
Okay. So this is what you have to understand, right? Yeah. Okay. So as driving instructors, you need to know this 100%. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So as a learner driver, they will come back
Stop means stop.
and they think that's okay because it was safe. There wasn't a car coming. This is a foul, an instant foul, and that's all she fouled on. That was it.
Okay.
Right, yeah. I think she had something like 2 driver faults. Right. Yeah. The lady then argued. She doesn't matter. It was a long time ago now, right? But the lady argued with the examiner. Right. Yeah. And said, you know, I did stop. Right. Yeah. And anyway, I said to her, I said, look, just the examiners are not going to lie. Just. And she went on and on and on. Right, yeah, that it was unfair. So I just pulled up the car on the side of the road, and I showed her. And I said, do you remember what I said? You have to stop.
Your
Right?
wheel should be
Yeah, your
stopped.
wheel should be stopped. Right, yeah. And she looked at it, and if you look, the way to tell, right, yeah, look at the floor. Right. Don't look at the car. Look at the floor. Are you ready? So as it comes round. Any second now, once that's finished. Yeah, look at the floor. Only the floor. So there, she didn't even stop there. Right, yeah. But you see there, if you look at the floor.
Yeah, moving.
Just-
Like, oh
Okay.
my God.
Alright? So what you have to understand is that is a foul.
Right, yeah.
Alright? So us as driving instructors, we need to don't be bullied by people saying, oh, I did stop. Right, yeah? So this is what I do sometimes. I take them to an area where there's stop signs, right, yeah? Normally Middleport's quite a good area because it can be quite quiet there, right, yeah? And you get them to go around there a few times. Don't tell people what you're doing, right, yeah? And then you'll see on one of your pupils that they don't stop,
Don't stop.
right? They go really slow and they don't stop. Then I pull them up and I go, oh, that last stop sign, did you stop? And a lot of the time they come in
Yes.
and they go, yes, I did. And you go, oh, do you want to bet? And then they go, what? And I go, let's have £100 on it. And they go, what? And then they go, oh, I don't know. And I say, look, I'll be honest with you, if you're not willing to bet £100 on it, I said, then there's a chance that you didn't stop. Right, yeah? So then I get the video out, because you can just pull videos up off your camera.
Yeah.
Yeah? And then you show them, say, look, didn't stop. I say, so that would have been a waste of your £100 odd for the day, you know, with your test and your car hire and all that. So you have to make it a really big point, and then give them some positive stuff, like, so when they get to a stop sign, right, yeah, it's not necessary to put the handbrake on. You don't have to, right, yeah. But sometimes putting it on makes it like a full stop. Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah. Another way is like Americans do. When they get to the junction, what they do is they stop and then they say S-T-O-P, right? Just because there's a lot of stop.
Is the handbrake is necessary?
Not necessary,
No,
yeah.
Just
But
stop,
yeah,
look round and go.
yeah.
Even
But
it's clear, yeah.
But some people, right, yeah, I had this lady and she all go slow but never stopped, right, yeah. If it was clear, she would all carry on. So I said to her, look, why don't you try stopping at a stop junction and putting your handbrake on, right? Yeah, and that kind of worked with her. Yeah, but you don't have to put the handbrake on. That, you know, sometimes you're told that. I had another lady once. This was quite good. She went on a test, and I told her the story about this person that failed. So when she went on the test and she got a stop sign, she stopped the car, turned around to the examiner, and said, "I've stopped."
Okay.
You don't have to do that, but
Yeah,
you know,
don't need to, yeah.
but anything that helps them is a positive thing, right? Yeah. So if you think about what we've done in the past, give way junctions, the ones with the broken lines, like this one down here, you come in slower and it's perfectly fine to keep it going. The stop junctions, you have to stop. It sounds really simple, doesn't it, right? Yeah, but you will find that comes up a lot, right? Yeah, and people, like you're thinking in the back there, you're thinking that'll be all right. It's not all right. Makes sense?
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Okay, so if you have a look at this down here, we are going left. So you look at this junction. What is this? An open or closed junction? So it's
This
open.
side open, this
Open
side
from
is-
Yeah,
this side, but
and
closed.
it's a little bit open here because I
Yeah.
can see, but not 100%.
Yeah.
So this is perfectly fine to go like this and then come out because it's a give way, right? Yeah. If you're in a manual car, it's perfectly fine to dip the clutch, keep it rolling, pop it into your first gear and go. All of that's fine, right? So anything to do with broken lines, keep it going if it's clear. If it's not clear, then no good. Right? Yeah. Okay, so this one here, we want to go right. So mirror signal, right? It's very open here, and it's open going on to closed there. So great to lean forward, but again you can keep it rolling. Get that mirror check in away. What does this sign mean here?
It's bent.
Double bend.
Double bend.
Yeah. So you got the first bend here,
Yeah.
and then you got the second bend coming up here. Right? Yeah. If you look at bends, this is what they call a limit point. Can you see it's not opening up?
Yeah.
So when you get it not opening up, slow it down until you see it opening up like now. Then your mirror checks. If you see something like slow on the floor, do you know what slow on the floor means?
Slow, yeah. When they write it only a slow, yeah.
It means multiple fixed hazards.
Hazards, yeah.
So if you remember me,
Hazards,
they're the ones that are not going to move on the floor. When you get the word slow, it means more than one fixed hazard. Okay, yeah? These lines here are for us and then bikes in front. Okay, so it's really important that we stop behind the first one, unless for a situation you move forward, the light changed, at least you'd stop. You can stop on the second one. It says that in the highway code.
Yeah.
But where you can, stop behind that one. All right, yeah. Okay, we're moving on now to our first big roundabout. So there's two roundabouts that I want to show you around here and help you to understand, because a lot of people end up failing their tests because they don't understand it or they misread it. All right, yeah. So Hanford Roundabout's number one, but then there's a route coming Hanford to Bet365. All right, yeah, and it's a good area to take your pupils, and because I'm filming it, I can show you where people make the mistakes.
I think, you know, they just had like 2-3 months ago this route, like come.
They used to have it. They used to have it a while ago. They all the time they change routes around. They you know, there's only a certain amount of areas, isn't there? But they can flick them around and change them. Oh, what's that?
My friend.
Okay, so Hanford Roundabout, right? Yeah, it's very worth practicing Hanford Roundabout with your pupils. So remind me what the rules are on the lane. So if there's two lanes going in the same direction, what lane should you be in?
Left.
Left.
All right, yeah. Why is that?
because when
It's a
you
driving line basically. That's the right one is the overtaking line.
when
Okay.
you come to when you cross the roundabout, and you will be on your right. You don't need to change when it's like when you're at your junction or
Yep.
cross the roundabout.
Okay, so it's not a problem being in the right hand lane because the right hand lane is going right, but what you're trying to be is the most efficient and the best lane that's going to make it. I always think it's the best lane that's going to make it easy for you.
Last
right?
week, one of my friend wife failed due to driving in the right lane.
Yeah.
So the van come behind and this
Yeah.
she was driving slow, so we warned him. So
Yeah.
in Hanford Roundabout to where the Whitmore lights, we take right now Whitmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was driving on the right lane.
I'm going to show things there. I'll do this roundabout and then I'm going to show you something on the A34 and then I'm going to come back and show you that route there. Okay? So all of this stuff that you're learning today, this is from my experience, right? Yeah, and it means that you've got it on video, and you can use it. So the first thing is this roundabout down here. What you'll find is you can go left down here, but most of the time you're going to be going right? Yeah. So try different ways of doing this roundabout, either on the sat nav, okay, either following signs, say follow your signs for Newcastle, or just get them, or just say right, okay. So if you say I want you to go right at this roundabout, the natural thing for someone to want to do is go in your right lane, okay. But on this roundabout and many others, it's better to stay here. So I normally say to them, stay next to the white line. Okay? So there's 3 lanes. You've got the left lane and you've got these twos going straight. None of them are saying right. Okay? So that means that, you know, there's 2 lanes going in the same direction. We stay in the left of the 2. Right? So that's as simple as that, right? Yeah. Once you're on the roundabout, then what you're trying to do is get into the left, right? Yeah. So when you're talking to your pupils, first of all, and showing them this roundabout, I always say approach like this, go into your left lane here, and then you see the bollards over there, aim for that. Okay? Can you see? See what that does for you?
Here in this roundabout, more than 70-80% are wrong, and especially going right. If they are in middle lane or straight come to the right lane.
100% agree with you. There's a load of misunderstanding on that road.
This roundabout is confusing.
Yeah. So did I show you the video of a lady that failed on that roundabout? No, I'm going to show you now, right? Yeah. Right. Now, one other thing I just want to show you here, right? This lane number 2, like an overtaking lane, and this is your normal driving lane, right? Yeah. But sometimes what happens is vehicles in lane number 2, they're driving a bit slow, right? Yeah. Might be driving 20, 24 hour. So I've seen it in the past where vehicles in the left lane go past them, undertake them. Is that okay to do?
Which in
Okay, so I'm going to show you here, right? Yeah, because this is really important to understand, right? Yeah. So this lane here, normally an overtaking lane, right? Yeah. But what you have here,
the driver on the right is driving slow.
He's driving slow, right? Yeah. So if someone's on their test, driving along, and this vehicle here, I know he's overtaking, but let's imagine he got to here and then he kind of just maintained his speed. Am I allowed to get past him on the left?
No.
Are you sure? Yeah. What about you? Yes or no?
Yes.
You can. So you're like this, bit of a disagreement, eh? Yeah. Okay. So let me explain it to you. Right? Yeah. because it's important to understand.
That's why I did yes, because we don't want to know the reason.
The reason, right? Yeah. Okay, there are 3 occasions when you can undertake. When are they?
One is slow moving vehicles. No, that's we can overtake,
Safe?
not undertake.
When it's safe.
When it's safe? No, there's actual 3 occasions when you can undertake.
On the right or left?
On the left.
Left mean undertake.
Yeah.
Left, right mean overtake. That's
I'm just going to stop here a second. That should be fine. You move if someone comes along. Yeah, there's actually 3.
When it's traffic.
Okay, a little bit. That might be a little bit right actually. Okay, but let me show you right here. Again, this is really important to understand because you'll be teaching it right here. So, number 1, this is an easy one right here. If a vehicle in front of you is turning right, like that, okay, so signal right, then we can undertake.
Yeah, we can.
That's number 1, yeah? Number 2 is the Stoke one-way system, or any one-way system, yeah? I'm just using Stoke as a one-way system. That means you can undertake because you're all going the same way, yeah? The final place that you can do it is if you're on a dual carriageway or a motorway, right, yeah? So if you're on like let's say a motorway, and there was all traffic this side, all down here, yeah? Then it would be fine to undertake if this was stop-go traffic. So that means if this goes a bit and then stop, and that's fine. All right, yeah? Okay, so they are the 3 occasions. On a road like the A34, if it's a dual carriageway, oh yeah, if it's a dual carriageway, I can show you this bit here, yeah? It's a dual carriageway, but if it's free-flowing, like this one is, then you are not allowed to undertake. Does that make sense? Okay, one of the areas where it happens, or potentially can happen, you know where the test centre is down there?
Yeah.
Okay, that road when you're heading up there, it can happen a lot. And I've seen learners, and I've known of learners that have undertook someone that is just driving. So you can't undertake unless it's one of the things that I've talked about. Have you got it?
Okay. So even he is driving in 2025, so you have to
stay behind him. Stay behind him, yeah? You cannot let them go. You may get that behaviour of someone that's driven a while, maybe on an international licence, and then they come and do it. And then they ask you the question, why can't I undertake? He's going 20 or 22, yeah? Okay? So you have to know the rules, like the stop sign, 100% stop, and the no overtaking, right? Yeah. Okay. So I want to show you now. This is the Hanford Roundabout, right? Yeah. How it goes wrong and what they can do about it. All right. Yeah. So let's have a look here. Yeah. So there was a lady, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna get. I'll get the video and I'll change it. Yeah, there was a lady, and what was happening was she was going on a test, and she always used to struggle with Hanford Roundabout, right? Yeah, and we spent a lot of time dealing with Hanford Roundabout, making sure that it was all good. And then what happened was, we did the roundabout just before we came up for the test, right? Yeah, and I said, you've got that? I said, that's perfect now. Okay, she goes, brilliant. Yeah, I totally understand that. This is what she did when she was on her test. And I thought to myself, right, and it was the only thing that she failed on her test for. Okay, where is it? There you go. Was it Hanford or did I do? I think I did. There you go. There you go, this one. Right, okay. Right, can we see?
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. I'll try and put it here so we can. Actually, there you go. You'll see it. Right. Come on. Hopefully I've got some internet around here.
This area is not good for it.
It's not good for it.
signals,
I know, yeah. It isn't good, is it?
The hard sale. Trentville area.
Yeah, it gets
I
out.
don't know why there's a jammer around here.
Is there?
Might be.
Maybe. Right, so what happened was, as it comes in, she came down to the test centre, and on this test, he told her to go right at the roundabout. Right, yeah? It wasn't sat-nav, it wasn't anything else. It was right on the sat-nav. So as she approached it, she, for some reason, she got straight into the right lane.
Oh,
Okay? But that's not the end of the world if they get into the right lane.
I bring my wife in this roundabout like more than 20 times, yeah?
Yeah.
And I said, you need to remind which roundabout it is. You need to tell me when you approach this roundabout. Is it Hanford Roundabout or which one?
Yeah.
And I said, when you approach Hanford Roundabout and you're going right, just tell me how you're going to deal with it.
Just going to move down
Make
here
sure
a bit.
you're not going the right in lane.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, a good thing, which we haven't used that much, is commentary driving. So you get them to tell you.
Here we're breaking
Here we
down
go.
fouls, why they happen, and what you can do about it if you keep yourself together on the test. So first of all, we're heading for Hanford Roundabout.
There you go.
So the examiner might say here, we're going right, third exit. So that circle that I just drew.
So that lady, that's what
want
she
to
did on
keep
her
in
test. She
that
went there.
lane, which turns out
Right.
to be the middle lane for going right.
Right, it would have been better there.
Because both arrows are straight. But never mind, we're in this lane.
So
We
what
can
she
still
could have
do
done,
stuff about it
she could have
if
got,
we get
checked her
into
mirrors and
position
got over
behind
there.
that van. That
She
would
could have
sort
done
the
that,
situation,
but she didn't,
we
yeah?
don't.
Right?
We stay in the right.
And she's even made it
And
even worse for
actually we
herself because
stay
she's got to go.
completely in the right. So now
Right.
our options
Now,
are very limited.
So now this is her
So
test.
The only option really is to go all the way around the roundabout and come back. But on this test, we don't.
And what she
We
did,
are heading towards the third exit, and right at this point,
that's the foul
with
point
this
there.
arrow here, is how we affect that van,
uh,
and eventually we get
if
across.
you make a U-turn, might be she passed.
She would have.
Yeah.
He said to her. He said, when you was in your final traffic lights, right, yeah, and you're sitting there, and he was telling me the examiner, that's when he begins to panic because he's got to sit there to make sure it's clear. So as she went to cut through, and I think that was a foul for mirrors changing position. Done.
She took exit from the wrong line.
Fourth line, she showed the line.
And there you go. Do you see?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah? So it just shows you, the more of that roundabout you understand, when you get your pupils, you will understand the
I
mistake.
always ask which roundabout is it
Yeah,
and what's your position.
exactly. Right, yeah? So, does that make sense, that roundabout?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to show you now a sometimes route that happens, right, yeah? And why people go wrong. Okay? So, I'm just trying to see, I think it is this one. I'll mark it down as here. There's the deferred. Hope I've got it. Maybe not.
From where I can order a sign, the big sign.
What sign?
Because sorry, learner sign.
Oh, right,
I
yeah.
want to start a lesson, to give a lesson to my wife, so I need a sign.
Just get the ones like I've got, the little ones there.
Just
This one is better,
Yeah, just like, see the ones I've got, it's like the small L things. I'll send you the link for it, yeah?
Yeah,
They're only about, see the big ones, I don't like the big ones because it's a lot to take off your car and keep in your boot. The small ones are really simple. And they're about, I think you can pick them up for 38. If I see anything cheaper, I'll send you that, yeah? Sometimes you can see them, cheaper. But yeah, that's all you need. You don't need a massive one. I'm just going to show you this one. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to record it, right? Yeah, and I'll show you how. Like this. So the recording button, wherever you want to record, you just record there. So that's recording everything, right? Yeah. So this route here is where people struggle, and I'm going to point out the areas where people struggle, right? Yeah. Here we go. Nice. So we pull off. So down here towards Hanford Roundabout, turning left at Hanford Roundabout. So these sat-navs have a little thing when you're on dual carriageways. What they say is keep right. What does that mean?
You need to stay in that line.
Keep right means stay on right.
Okay, does it? Right. So imagine, think of yourself as a learner, right? Don't know driving, don't know anything about sat-navs, right? Yeah. You're driving along a dual carriageway on your test, right? Yeah. And the sat-nav says to you, keep right.
So I will change the line.
Exactly. Exactly. Right, yeah? Right. When people hear keep right, they
Change the line.
just, even though they might have been told, right, yeah, they're in a test, they panic, keep right, yeah, got to get in the right lane. What it actually means on these sat-navs is stay on the carriageway, don't exit. Okay? Right? Where you get something like Waze, it tells you the lane, you'll get like a little highlight of what lane to be in, and it will say something like follow, carry on the M6 or whatever. I think it says something like that, yeah? But these ones are keep right, right, yeah? Now again, if you've never used these sat-navs, when you're taking people up for your test, it's easy to miss it, but this is one of the things that you want to remember. Keep right means stay in on the carriageway, and this little route here is a very common route where this happens, right? Yeah. Okay. So, very common route to avoid here. So here they come off here, right? Yeah. So on this route, they don't actually join the A500, right? They stay in the local lane. Yep. Okay. And then as you come down here, I think the sat-nav says keep right.
Keep right, so they change the line.
Yeah. Right? But what it is, 2 lanes here, remember? Normal driving position here. The sat-nav will be saying keep right. Keep right. Okay? And you've got to practice this route. This, like I say, this is a good one for it. Keep him right, and that. And then you follow around here, and then we're going to go right at this roundabout, right? Yeah. So I remember once when I did a lesson here that there was a lorry by the side of us, and he was swinging over in all of the lanes, right? Yeah, he wasn't staying in his lane. So
This one is very confusing.
it's very confusing, right? Yeah. So where you're going here on this roundabout and you're going right, you literally, I say to the pupils, once you're in this lane, this is the lane that you stay in, right? Yeah. Right. It's kind of a spiral roundabout, isn't it? Yeah, but it's more of a fixed, like the lanes don't go over.
Yeah.
It's more of a fixed lane
lanes,
one,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So I'll point out the bit from here where people can struggle with, right? Yeah. And a little tip that'll help you. What I say is, this is what seems to work for me, is at the moment you've got 1 lane on your right, right? Yeah. When you come off the roundabout, you still want 1 lane all the way round, and when you come off, you still want 1 lane on the roundabout, right? Yeah. So here, follow around, we still need 1 lane on the roundabout, right? Yeah. Because otherwise, if you don't tell them that, that's when they're going to get confused and drift a bit, right? Yeah. Okay. This does.
Experienced driver confused in this roundabout. They change.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
need more practice in this roundabout here, especially for
This does come up on test routes, and
Yeah.
people do mess up. So
So
you see here, 1 lane, still 1 lane. As I come round, still one lane, and that's where they drift there. But you tell them here, one lane. Then once you're here, then this is the bit. You know, we talked about changing lanes.
Yeah.
See the size of the vehicle. So imagine you're the instructor. You can see, and then it's clear to go over. Right? Yeah. So some routes they take you up towards the Longton,
yeah.
and then back round. Yeah. I'm gonna come off here. Right, yeah.
I wasn't sure that this is including the test.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No,
Now the next part where you want to be really aware is it's gone from, although it's a 30, it goes back to 50 for a bit and then 30. Look at me, it's easy. And then when you're going right here, okay, depending where you're going, I'm going sort of straight ahead of the roundabout, so this is a better lane for me here, right? I've seen people fail here because what happens is they cross the line like that. You need to be in one lane or the other, but you need to be able to stay in it. Alright, yeah? So I'm going to go, now I'm changing over, I'm going to go right here and back, okay? So this is a really good area to practice, alright, yeah? Alright, there's a lot going on there, alright, yeah? And you can spend, you know, like a good hour and a half, you know, going around there looking at it, dealing with that. I kind of like this area because, and then you can talk to your pupil about, normally you come off in the left, but if you know that you're going right the next roundabout,
you can stay in the right lane.
Yeah, what's better? Here. Want to go left. Done. Right. Same one here, yeah? You then bring them round back to Hanford Roundabout.
When they come out, come and use this, you know, the route, mostly they go towards, you know, the Hanford Roundabout or right?
No, Hanford. Yeah, so when you come back, it's going to be Hanford Roundabout, yeah? So here, you probably know this yourself. If you're going down towards Hanford Roundabout, you need to be in this lane, don't you? Okay. So right, and on that, can you see here? You can just stop, call it Hanford, whatever. Hanford 1. Done, and it'll add it to that. Yeah. Right, so now I'm going to show you this again, but this time with the sat nav talking, okay, yeah? See, again, what happens sometimes is people that are trained as driving instructors, they never get told any of this. And they have to then kind of make it up themselves. But yeah, so we're going to go Hanford. You just pick the route that you want. Like that one. That one. I don't know why I did that one actually. Up there. I'll put that there. So now you'll be able to listen to it. Yep, got that. Right, okay. So the reason why I'm in this lane now is because I'm going to go all the way round and back on myself.
arrive at your destination at 10:19 a.m.
Okay, so here we go.
Take the exit A500, then take the exit A50 towards Utah. After 800 yards, take the exit, then keep right.
You see?
Yeah.
So once they hear that keep right, they are trying either to go there
Yeah.
Take the exit, then keep right.
or they are trying to be here. Okay? But they have to know
The A50 said.
it's there, yeah? This whole road here goes to the A50. Right, yeah?
After 150 yards, keep right. Keep right,
Yeah.
then go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
And they're thinking to themselves now,
After 400
why is it
yards,
telling me
go
to keep
right on the
right?
roundabout and take the second exit, A50, towards Fenton.
Okay? So this is really worth practicing so they understand here, the lane you're
Go
in.
right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
When you did it with your wife, did she struggle on this one?
Yes, many times, but when I start practice, I think this is 2 months ago they start this one.
Yeah, but they used to have it before. A long time
yeah,
ago.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I said, you don't worry about this roundabout. He will never come to take you around
Yeah,
this
yeah.
roundabout. And now, when I see 2-3, people around here, and his examiner instructor told her that now they include this route as well.
Take the
So
exit,
I'm gonna practice on
A50,
this
then
road as well.
take the exit
That's here.
towards Fenton.
Make sure you've still got one lane here, okay? And then that practice of getting over here, okay? Now,
After
sometimes
400 yards, take the exit,
I
then
get people
turn
to
right.
go in here.
Take the exit, then
A much
turn right.
more efficient way is to come off here. Because on this one, you don't have to worry about changing lanes. It's all done.
After 200 yards, turn right,
Okay,
then
time.
go right on the roundabout and take the third exit. Turn right, then go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
Right, so this one here, like I say, Cha, just remember it's the keeping in the lane.
When you need to take third exit, you need to be in right lane, so it's
Yeah.
easy.
It's easy, yeah? Right here. And if you're struggling,
After
swapping
100
lanes,
yards,
it's going to be the
go
speed.
right on the roundabout
gonna be
and
too
take the
fast.
third exit, Gordon Banks Drive.
That one, the signal first, no mirrors afterwards. Okay, so I just want to quickly take a note to make sure I know where I am. So,
You can put here.
yeah, fine. Okay, you see this area here, okay? It's really good when you are teaching people roundabouts, yeah? Because you can do left, 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 spin it around the roundabout and then go right. This is a great place for different things like this. Alright, yeah? So let me just have a quick think. Right. So how do you feel on Hanford Roundabout?
Yes, good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Understand it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. How do you feel on undertaking? Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Undertaking, yeah? Right, yeah? And there's certain places around there that it happens, and one of them is
The
here.
thing you just told and to follow the bollards, drive towards the bollard.
Yeah.
That's the more helpful next time when I
Yeah.
come here.
Yeah. That works really well. Yeah. Undertaking is important.
Undertaking like dual carriageway, like A50.
Yeah.
Still.
You can do it on the A50, but only if the traffic is like stop go. If it's free flowing traffic,
So you don't.
you can't do it. Yeah. Okay. Then we had the I call it like Bet365 roundabout. Yeah. Bet365 with sat nav. Okay, and then sat nav is good, and then sat nav good. Okay, so that's fine by me. Okay, and then the sat nav is called a TomTom Start. What's that?
Yes, Sagir is.
No, I haven't passed it.
Not passed?
Which one's that?
You know, I think I spoke to him yesterday. He said I got 2-3 lessons from you as well.
What's his name?
Sagir.
Say Jake. He's been round like twice, isn't he? Was he? He was with Bill Plant, isn't he?
No. I think he was with the local guy. He's in Newcastle. I said.
No, he was with Bill Plant. I know Saeed. He was with Bill Plant.
He's still struggling to pass his thing.
He's still struggling, yeah.
Yes.
Is it
Well,
fit?
confused. He's very confused. Spoke to me yesterday, and he said, "Oh, I'm sure you're gonna pass this one in a 3 time." What the poll said. I said, "Yeah, I'm very happy with it." So he just teach me in a good way, and like not in a one row, in a 1 week. They're gonna, if you're gonna do the 40 hours, how you gonna learn? He said, "Oh, okay, that's fine. That's
Which
fine."
guy you're talking about?
You know what? BA.
Oh, but he is driving the car, giving lesson. Drive 365 is on his top.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's not someone else, yeah?
Sagida, nice. No, his name is Sagida.
Oh, is
No,
it?
it's not.
Maybe, is it?
Yeah, he go in the Bagman. Might be a guy's picture as well.
Is it-
He said my test is hold. I said why? I got the date like 1 week ago. I just searching. I got the date for December as well. Oh, might be but my test is still on hold. I'm still struggling. I thought he passed his test a long time ago.
A lot of them don't, do they?
Yeah, so he was confused and he spoke to me. He was worried about his test.
Has he taken one yet?
But he never told me, but I realized that he failed might be twice.
Oh, maybe twice.
Yeah, I realized him when the way he was talking might be I'll come back to taxi again or something like that. So I think so. He haven't passed his test,
Yeah.
I saw it on the top of these cars. It's driving small Toyota Yaris 66.
Might be.
Yeah.
He said I just got a 2 lesson from you.
Oh, yeah, I do know him. Yeah.
Just 2 lessons.
Yeah, I think he went to Bet365. But I don't think the guy did the 40 hours with him, didn't he? In Bet365. I think he just sponsored him, didn't he?
I think it looks like because
Yeah, I think
And
that's
I
it.
said, he
But
said the guy is in Newcastle. I got a 40 hours training from him.
but some
driving on the top of his hood is written Drive 365.
yeah, Drive 365. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe Kashif give him training. I don't know.
Might be.
Might be. I don't know.
He told me the number. I forgot about it.
So we got this far, so you understand that.
Yeah.
So now what I'm going to do is go and have a look at the Stoke one-way system. Right, yeah. So the Stoke one-way system, it's one of the places where you can undertake. Yeah. But it's also one of the where, and I'm going to start from the beginning bit where there are certain bits where people mess up. Right, yeah. Right. So zebra crossings.
After 100 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A50.
Let's go here.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
In fact, when we get down here, so we'll stop and go over crossings, yeah?
So you were talking about zebra?
Yeah, so zebra crossings, yeah? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over all the crossings, make sure that you understand them, and the process that you need on the way to any crossing, yeah? Okay, so this one, we're going to stay in this lane because we are going the Campbell Road, isn't it, yeah? But these make really good lessons. You can just use these areas. Have you taken your wife to Stoke one-way system?
Yeah. She can drive.
Did you say she failed a test?
Yeah,
once?
she failed twice.
Drive. Has she got another test booked?
Yeah, in January. Because no dates available.
No.
From here you can from left you can go straight away in the right lane, or
Yeah. From I normally get you know you're going to go. It's right at the roundabout,
Yeah.
isn't it?
so you can go straight.
Yeah. The thing is, when you bring the people around these areas, I think they're on their test there. So what'll happen is they go up here and then go right at that roundabout.
That lane is easy. When you go on this lane,
Yeah, that one's not so bad, is it? Yeah.
you are in the left lane, so you.
Yeah. Here, silly things happen here. Yeah.
Second.
Right. Do you need to signal?
Yeah.
I always tell people to signal. Right? Yeah.
The second exit is quite like that.
Yeah, because it helps people there. But yeah. Okay, so zebra crossings. Right, yeah, everything you need to know about zebra crossings. So there are two kinds of crossings. You have the controlled and uncontrolled. What is an uncontrolled crossing?
Like there are no signals, traffic lights.
Yep. So what's the name of them crossings?
Zebra
Zebra.
crossing.
Zebra crossing.
Token
yeah?
crossing too.
No.
Token crossing is a how would they call it? Controlled.
It's a control.
Yeah, it's controlled. Zebra crossing is pretty much only you've got other, I suppose, the ones with bollards, but the actual crossings, yeah, it's the only uncontrolled one. Right, so let me show you there. Quick lesson on crossings. So this is all good for, and again, this is all going to be on the video, so it's all good to refer back to for your reflection. All right, so here we go. Zebra crossings. In fact, I think I've got actually one on crossing. Right, so zebra crossings. You know the flashing Belisha beacons?
Yeah.
Okay, they are named after a road safety guy. I think he was in the 30s and 40s, called Paul Belisha. Right, yeah, and he was a guy that did a lot for road safety. Right, yeah. So I suppose he invented the Belisha beacons. Right, yeah. So the zebra crossing, it's very easy to see. You have black and white in the middle, and you have them flashing Belisha crossings. Right, yeah. These zigzag lines here, what do they mean?
Don't stop here. Don't stop here.
Do not stop. Are you sure?
No, park.
Okay,
Don't park
because
here.
if you have a look, it's all very much in your terminology, right? Yeah. So if you said to someone, say you was on your part 3 or standards test, and you said you can't stop in between those lines,
It's not.
that's
Right.
that's technical information wrong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So you can stop. You can't park.
Park.
Yeah. And I always think parking is a really bad thing to do because it's very dangerous, and you shouldn't overtake the lead vehicle. It's 2 lanes. You should always let the first vehicle that was there go first. All right, yeah. But you can stop. Right, yeah. On the actual crossing, you wait until the person has crossed. Make sure it's clear, and then you go. Right, yeah. I know you probably know this from your theory, but you
Yeah.
never wave anybody across,
Nobody,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. And the reason for that is if many people trust drivers, but if you're waving them across and there's a motorcycle that coming down the inside that you couldn't see, then you're putting them in danger.
Yes.
So everyone's got to make their own decision, right? Yeah. Now, if I add in this, right, what's the difference here? There is an island in the middle.
Oh, yeah. So,
Alright.
Yes.
So that means that when the pedestrian reaches the island,
You can go.
you can go.
Yeah.
Right? In my advice, if the pedestrian's walking from this way, you might as well wait.
wait is better.
Yeah, when they're there, wait. But when they've reached the island there, you can go.
Okay. If you start crossing from your right hand side,
Yeah.
you need to stop.
I would.
Okay.
It's open to too much danger because how long do people take to get across walking that way? Not long, do they?
Not all.
Right, yeah? So it's
On
better.
the highway code says that you can go.
Yeah, it does, yeah. The highway code says once, if they haven't reached the island, you can go, yeah.
You can go,
But
yeah.
in my experience, I would say that way, once they reach the island, brilliant, go. But this way, when you see them, it's better to wait.
Okay.
That and you'll see that when you're on lessons, right?
That's
Yeah,
the same example if you see on Trentham Road, by the park.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, them ones, and also the ones in Newcastle by the going up to Maybank.
Maybank, yeah.
By the swimming baths, them ones, yeah. So if I see people that side,
Mhm.
on the right side, it's better to wait, I think.
But sometimes if you see, like there's a big, island in which there were railings as well.
Yep. Now they're different, right?
They're different.
These ones, because what they are, they're straight.
Straight.
Yes.
The ones you're talking about are like
yeah,
skew
yeah,
width,
yeah.
yeah. So that is actually two different
Two
crossings.
different crossings.
This
We're
is-
gonna consider two different.
Yeah.
crossings.
But this is that one, yeah.
That's one.
Okay. MSM, what stands for
Mirror signal position.
no, MSM.
Mirror signal movement.
Mirror signal maneuver, yeah.
Mirror signal
On the
maneuver.
approach to any crossing, when you see it, always check your mirrors, okay? And then the signal can be the brake lights, or up, down, hand, slowing down signal if you're going to use that, and then the maneuver stopping. Really important. That is uncontrolled crossing, yeah. This next one, a pelican crossing, right? Yeah, it's now controlled, right? Yeah. So how would you tell me if I was your pupil? How would I expect this crossing?
Pelican crossing.
Yeah, how would I know that it might change?
When press the button.
Yep. So the button on the right hand
Button,
side
yeah.
is
And someone is still waiting.
facing you,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. If it's lit up, it means it's been pressed. And normally it's going to change. Some of the more advanced ones, if they walk away, it doesn't change. But people standing there, the more people, the quicker it's going to change, and the button's lit. Yeah. Okay. So now we come in. Boom. Lights have changed. When it goes to flashing amber, what does flashing amber mean?
You can go if nobody on the crossing.
No one is crossing.
Okay, so like here, it's going to go flashing amber now, but she hasn't finished the crossing,
You have to
so you have to wait. That's where that becomes similar to a zebra crossing, because you've got flashing amber on the zebra crossing, haven't you? Right, yeah? While we're here, tell me the sequence of lights. So imagine a light's red, what is the sequence?
red,
Flashing
flashing
amber,
amber, and then
green.
green.
No, not these.
Oh,
Normal traffic lights.
it's a red,
Yeah, so if it's red, what's next?
red,
Yellow.
amber, then
Yeah.
green,
Amber.
Yeah, and then what?
green.
Are you sure?
If,
Are you sure? Are you sure?
yeah.
Okay. Right, okay, so imagine I'm a very quick motorcyclist, not that I rode a motorcycle, right? Yeah. If I live in your world and I come round the corner and I see red, right, and then I see amber, how would I know it's going to go green or stay red or go back to red? So, sorry, if I come round the corner and I just see amber, how would I know it's going to be red or green? How would I know?
If it is flashing,
No, forget about
They're
flashing.
gonna hold it.
What?
They're gonna might be 2-3 seconds. They're gonna
With what?
hold the amber, the amber one.
No. Okay. Right, when you understand
The
this,
boat, I think.
yeah,
The boat.
yeah, the way you can tell is if it's going to go positive green, you get two lights together,
Yes.
Ah,
yeah,
okay,
both,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
amber and red.
Right.
You see that every day.
Yeah, Baba didn't notice.
Yeah, right. So amber and red together, and then green,
Green.
right?
Okay.
And then when it's green, it goes amber on its own. So that means if I'm a fast motorcyclist and I just see amber, I know the next light is
It's
going to
gonna
be
be red.
red.
Okay, so when a rod and amber together, this means it's going to be green.
Green. Okay, really important. Right? Yeah.
Never noticed that.
Yeah, and that is one of the questions that you wanna ask people.
Right.
The one thing, Sam, like I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
If is the box, what's it called?
Yellow box junction.
Yellow box junction.
Yeah.
If I'm going right, do I need to wait over there?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So if it's a yellow box junction,
I'm going
if it's
right.
clear, I can
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
But if there's oncoming vehicles, you
You
have
have
to
to-
wait.
Before that.
Yeah, like not before it here.
On the junction.
Yeah,
In the
I can
junction.
see. I can see if I can get this for you.
Okay.
So here, if there's vehicles coming, then you pull forward
Mhm.
and you wait here in the box.
In the box, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
the
that's
In the
fine.
box.
That's
The
fine,
only
that's fine.
reason you wouldn't would be if this road was full of traffic.
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay, that's when you would wait there.
Yeah.
That's the best example if it's a Leak Road, by the university.
Yeah.
If you come out from the university, that's the yellow box.
Yes, yellow box
and
junction.
If we're coming through the
Only
Jonas
turning
Gas,
right
if
if
we're
it's
turning
clear,
right,
so yeah.
yeah, that's
100%,
that's-
yeah?
That's little bit. I was sure about it, but still confused that.
Yeah,
Still, I can wait over there.
yeah, I got that. All right, yeah. Yep. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look here. So what I want to talk about now, carry on with the crossings,
Yeah.
right? Is now we've got puffing. So what does puffing?
Often is also controlled. Yeah. And so by it's a sensor control. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So a puffin has a sensor,
Mhm.
and it will hold it on
When
That's
someone is
red
crossing.
until that. It does not have a flashing
Amber.
amber light. It is like a normal traffic light because it knows. Yeah. And then you get other ones. Have you ever heard of pelican crossings?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, that's for horses and what have you. Yeah? And then you have toucans, which is cyclists and pedestrians, which is the same as a puffin. Same as a puffin, but it's just normally have like a cycle lane on it.
So it's also controlled.
Also controlled. Right, yeah. The only ones that aren't controlled are zebra
Zebra
crossings.
crossings.
The ones that have flashing amber are the pelican crossings. Right, yeah. And we use the MSM routine on the approach. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's to clarify that. All that information again, like I say, on the video, and that's all for you. All right, yeah. Now I'm going to show you this area. This is another area that I think, unless you take people down here, they will struggle. Yeah, and there's certain areas where they struggle. Where are we now? Okay. Certain areas where they struggle, which is do you know this road here?
Yeah.
London Road. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, what type of crossings are these?
This one controlled.
Pelican or puffin?
Coffee.
Be honest with you, does it matter? Right? It only matters that you understand you've got to stop when there's people there,
Yeah.
and that you understand what a flashing amber light
Yeah.
is, yeah? Yeah? It's nice to know, but normally, in general, if it's a puffin, they have the infrared, the beams on top, yeah? Normally. But in the end, it doesn't matter. You see like this crossing here,
Mhm.
this is a puffin, because it didn't go flashing amber. And if you have a look on top, can you see the infra beams? Yeah. See, now she's pressed it, but I know it's not going to change because it's just changed. You see. So they normally have like 30 seconds or a minute, depending on how busy the area is,
Okay.
before it can change again. So these are areas to watch your pupils, right? Yeah. Number one, okay, this roundabout catches many people out, right? Yeah. But if they try to go through it, you can sort of stop them, and you can explain about the mini roundabout sign. Yeah. Okay. This one here is zebra crossing. This here, and they hide behind trees.
Yeah, sometimes people come out very suddenly.
Okay. This one here. Come on. This one here, they miss all the time. Right? Even though there's big signs, give way signs.
The first time I failed my test, in 2011,
Was it here?
I was in this lane, left-hand lane, and suddenly I changed the lane without any, signal.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to tell you here a second, yeah, and then we're going to go back. But those areas there, really important, right? Yeah, to get people, right? Yeah. Now, you remember earlier we was talking about stop signs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know there's another stop sign around here?
Top of the road, turn right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also there, yeah.
Okay. So this is one of them signs where people won't see it. Okay. Can you see?
Yeah, there's like,
Right, yeah. So here there is a stop junction, but no sign. But you still got to stop.
here.
Mm.
There's no sign.
But have a look. Look in front.
Might be on the road, the right one. Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know whether the sign's disappeared over time, but it's still a stop junction. Right, yeah? Okay?
I thought we were talking about that one.
Yeah. But you bring them here first, and if they don't stop, then you say, well, right? And then
Because
this
now
one,
many people rely on that sign.
yeah.
It's the stop.
I think there should have been a sign the other side. I don't know how they would treat that in a test, alright, yeah? But anyway, that's a little area here, which is quite good, because it's, especially if you're in a car with gears, this is great to teach people like gears, clutch control, all that different one. And then here, obviously, stop sign.
Yeah.
This one's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's easy.
But this is how people go, right? Yeah. Okay. And they're looking really carefully. It's worse if there's no one there. Yeah. Good. Okay. Did I stop?
No.
No. Right, yeah. If you ask me if I stopped, yeah, I stopped. Or they say something like, "It was safe." Right? Yeah. So remember, stop sign means stop. Right? So this little area, really good again for all different things. Like this. This is good as well. They don't recognise it's a junction. Try just to go. These are areas you need to be really aware of. And then here, what we've got, the crossing's there. But if you look at it from this side, can you see how easy people hide? So look at those people coming from there
Yeah, it's coming from there.
to there.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
mostly in the busy time we struggled here when we like driving.
Yeah.
So suddenly, pedestrian come out.
They will suddenly just pop out.
Yeah.
So you really got to get them to look, because you don't know. Right, yeah. And then here, I don't know why, but even though there's a big giveaway there, they will miss it and try and go. So when you're the instructor ready to like,
Use the brake.
or to come in and say, tell me what your plan is here. All right. So here, what kind of crossings are these?
It's kind
controlled, so it doesn't matter. Flashing amber means I can go if it's clear. Right, yeah. This is much better now. This is called a contraflow bus lane.
Yes.
You're not allowed in it,
No.
but you potentially will see buses and cabs coming towards you. Are cabs allowed to use it around here, yeah?
Black cabs, yeah.
Oh, just black cabs?
Yes, just black.
Not normal mini cabs?
No, no.
Private had
Private are no black cabs.
only
Yeah.
the black.
Public hire. Yeah.
So here, this is where you can undertake and overtake,
Okay.
right? On lessons here, I practice sometimes getting my pupils to change lane here and getting them to change back.
So if you are intent to go right, so you can keep in this lane. You don't need to.
Don't need to change, yeah?
Okay.
Normally you want to drive in the left, but here, one-way street, doesn't matter. Right? Come round here. This area on the Stoke one-way system is really important to understand where their mistakes are and why they would make a mistake. Because I think if I was learning to drive around here, this would be one of the areas where I would make a mistake. So number one would be, it looks like the road just goes ahead. Right, yeah? They miss the sign out and they just drive ahead. Yeah? The second one is here. As you come round, they see a no entry. First thing they do, slam on the brakes. Not for us. Right, yeah? So again, that change in lane, looking all good. Okay? So it's worth pupils bringing them round there 2 or 3 times, right? And as you go down here, what you can do, you can go down around Hanford Roundabout, back and do a loop. It's a good loop, and then spin it the other way round. So you,
Can you spin around? So I'm gonna ask you one thing. When you're gonna park in front of this red car, one thing.
yeah, go on. What do you want me to do? Go around.
Yeah, go around, please.
Okay. This here is a brilliant area for doing
Junctions.
reverse parking.
Oh, reverse park.
So if you're doing Stoke one-way system, you want to try and include reverse parking, great. All these areas are really good. So you can do reverse parking, pull up on the right, everything. We like that one.
Go right here.
Yep.
Join the one thing. A bit clear, but need.
Where do you want to go? Here.
Yeah, no, yeah, stay in this line. Now we're going to, approach a one-way system. Stay in this. No,
Oh, in this line, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a giveaway sign. If the car's coming the other side but this line is clear, do I need to still wait
Yeah.
to both sides? is
That's a
clear?
really good question, actually.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if it's clear there,
Yeah.
that's fine. And what you're watching for, because a lot of vehicles that come round there,
Yeah.
they immediately swing over.
Swing over, yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I normally say to the people, just be aware of that. Have that in your mind,
Mhm.
and as long as you can see they're over there, or like that black car is further back,
Yeah.
it's fine to go. But that is a good question, actually, because yeah, that does happen. So I think our job as driving instructors is to get people thinking about
Safety.
where the danger's coming from, right? Yeah. So it's not always about, because too many times these days it's all about telling. But if you've got them in an example like that, you could say to them, "What do you think here? We're going to go left here. Where's your danger coming from?" So hopefully they're going to point out over there, and then they go, "Oh, that car is swung over there." So then you can bring them down here, and then have a chat here, right? That is what you are trying to do. It's not all about telling them. Make them aware, and then make them think what their plan should be.
And if we're coming from the the city road,
Yeah.
roundabout straight
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
traffic lights, we're going straight. And if we now the one-way system, straight. If we go straight down is
Yeah.
a bus lane.
Yeah.
We're going towards left, and if we merge same line
Yeah.
in the right.
Yep.
And first we need to join the left-hand line and then indicate signal and then.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I think
That's
so.
fine. You don't need to wait. Just merge. Follow
You can,
your line.
you can merge in.
indicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the time you can just merge in
Yeah,
there.
but
Stop.
this time you need to wait.
Yeah. But yeah, because you've got the give way and you've got
Give
those
way.
vehicles coming round. Yeah. But, right. Okay. So this area is going to give us an opportunity to practice. Right. One of the biggest things that I think a lot of people struggle with. Right. Yeah. But nobody really addresses it. Right. Yeah. And that is changing lanes. Okay. How, when you learned to change lanes, so when you were learning to drive and you were changing lanes, how did it make you feel sometimes?
Yeah, it's a bit confusing when you
Slow down
show
straight
slow.
away.
Okay. So here's a common thing. One of the things I find is people don't trust what they see in the mirrors. Yeah. So you need to make sure they understand what they should see in the mirrors. Right, yeah. I've been in cars where I've said to people, they've had lessons with someone else, and I've said to them, look, adjust your mirrors, right? And I can see instantly that their mirrors are out. Right, yeah, and that's what you need to do. You need to look. Can you see?
Yeah.
So you can see in that mirror that I can see down the side of the car, and that little mirror really helps with seeing the curb, and then this mirror here. So first of all, you need to sort of recognise if their mirrors are correct. Right, yeah, and then sort of explain. You know, you're seeing too much down or too much up or too much of the car. Right, yeah. Then, so the next bit is when they're coming here and they're going to change lanes, right? Yeah. So let's imagine there's a car here, right? Yeah. How do you tell your wife that it's okay to change lanes?
First you need to, if his car is not like going too close.
How do you know? How do you explain that?
If the car is going bigger, it means going close.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not everyone gets told that, right? Yeah. Okay. So what happens is they look in their mirrors, right? And a lot of the time, this is where driving instructors can over instruct. Yeah, you can go. Yeah, you can go. Right. Questions should be: what's the size of the vehicle? Yeah. Yeah. Is it getting bigger? Is it getting smaller? Is it staying the same size? So the key is looking at the vehicle, and then this area is the key. Is there space? Right. So if there's space, then you can accelerate and then move away. Right. Yeah. One of the biggest things that happen, I always think, is people try to swap lanes, but what they do, they ease off the gas. At that point, they ease off the gas. So even if this car is maintaining his same speed, he now looks like he's getting nearer, and then the person slows down even more.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you need to get them to accelerate. Right. Yeah.
Front is clear.
So I'm gonna be player learner, and each of you are gonna have a go on this, right? Yeah. And we're gonna think. My lesson plan here today is that I'm gonna learn to change lanes, right? Yeah. So the prompts, we'll work on prompts here. Could be okay. All right, Paul, you're gonna change lane now. Bigger or smaller?
Yeah.
I suppose you've got the same as all over here. Bigger, smaller, or the same? Oh, it's the same. Right, yeah? Have you got space in front? Yes. Go on then, accelerate. Did you see?
Yeah.
Right, so that's what I'm going to do, right, yeah? So think of your prompts, bigger or smaller. Or actually, what could be a better prompt there? What size?
What size of car?
Yeah, what size of car,
Size
yeah?
of the following car.
Because we want it very quick. Right, so I will tell you what size of the car. Have we got space? Face in front? Yes. Go. What are you going to do? Go. Right, yeah? So we're going to have a go on that, right, yeah? So what you're doing here is you're practicing your skills of looking in that mirror and looking at me as well. Okay, let's have a go. We go around here a couple of times and we'll swap seats. Good. I really found. I remember this lady. She was lovely. She was married to a doctor, and she'd been having lessons for like years. It seemed like. And what happened was, this is what she was terrified of, and it just got worse and worse because no one ever explained how to do it. It's very sad.
She makes her own decision.
So she'd build up these big fears. Yeah. So you can come in and prompt me here, right? Yeah, at this junction. Remember, asking me questions. So we're going left here.
Yeah. What about this junctions?
You can say, what's your plan?
What's your plan?
Yeah, I'm slowing down to give way. I'm looking, it's clear there. There's no one there.
So,
I'm gonna go on. Yeah. So try and get me to change lanes here. Right.
change the lane to safe.
Okay. Oh, there's no vehicle there. Gonna give a signal and then go. Yeah. But you got to get the prompts in. You got to say, I know there was no vehicle there.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Oh my god, that other lady is coming.
What's
I
that?
think he picked up an expensive thing.
Oh god. What, a shoplifter?
Yeah, it's a shoplifter, yeah.
Okay. So here, what people do here as well, they try and go in that lane.
That one, yeah, it's a bus.
Yeah.
No, the bus. We give you the number.
Yeah.
So
So what we do, we go round to the top and then you can do the lane changing. Yeah. That's when you see the bus, they get scared. Oh my god.
The most you learn while they practice, they don't see the bus. You know. When the bus comes, suddenly
It's like a big
they can
shock.
think, "Oh, where's it come from?"
Okay. So
change the lane when it's safe.
so what size of the vehicle?
Yeah, what's all that to be?
Oh, we stay in the same size.
Same size, so then we
Have you got space in front?
Yeah, you have a space in the front.
Yeah.
Speed up and go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. And now I want to get back. So again, look.
Yeah.
Size of the
Size
vehicle.
of the vehicle.
Oh yeah, he's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Space in front.
Space in front. And
Yep.
then go.
Cool. So is that asking questions? So yeah, what's your plan here, Paul? Well, I'm checking my mirrors and I'm stopping because there's a red light. Where's any danger coming from, Paul? Oh, well, I suppose it could be over there. So what would you do if he suddenly crossed lanes? I just ease off the gas. What's your plan here, Paul?
What's your,
Yeah, go on.
yeah, what's your plan here, Paul?
I'm just going to follow the road, but I can see a sign for a bus lane, so I think the road bears round. And then another one could be, what's your fault here, Paul? Oh, well, I know he's going to have to wait for me, and they're not for me, so I'm happy.
Nothing is coming from the other side. Yeah, change the lane.
We'll change it, we go around the corner, yeah?
It's too late.
Yeah, okay. So here, change the lane.
Yeah, change the lane.
Size of the vehicle.
Size of the vehicle.
Oh, that seems okay.
Yeah, so
Space in
space
front.
is clear, yeah, then go, yeah.
So I'm going to need to get back into the right lane, yeah?
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Change the lane when it is safe here.
Oh, there's a vehicle, it's getting
Yeah,
bigger.
Yes, it's a bigger. So
I'm just staying back. Yeah.
Bigger means?
Getting,
size of any vehicle coming? No.
no, that's good.
Yeah, so yeah, we
And
can
then go. So this is a great area for going round, changing lanes, getting them to keep their position and be aware of all the stuff goes on, because there's loads of pedestrian crossings here. And you can spend, you know, a good bit of time there, yeah? We stop up here we'll go over and then we'll swap seats, yeah?
Yeah. Nothing is coming from on left, so yeah.
Yeah. So what size of vehicle?
What size of the vehicle?
Yeah. Oh no, he's getting bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. What size of the vehicle now?
I can't go now because I'm going to go.
Oh, okay.
around the
Sorry.
corner. Huh? But it's that question. You getting used to what's there.
Yeah. So in your car, I think it's already it's indicated when it's too close. You know, it's
The blind spot mirror.
Yeah.
The thing. Yeah.
It's a built-up in car. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new car. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's very good actually.
When the car is too close, it's a warning sign. Yeah.
Yeah. A blind spot, and it's perfectly fine to talk about them like in your part 3 if your car's got it, or even if it hasn't, you can still talk about it. There you
We
go.
could change, or we could go straight.
We're going to stay in this lane,
Yeah.
and then when we get round the corner, we're going to swap lanes and go into them.
So what's the plan?
Yeah, I'm going to follow round
Yeah.
because that's a bus lane.
So what do you think about this no entry sign?
Yeah, it's not for us.
Okay, that's good.
I think it's a bus lane in there, and then I can swap lanes here.
Yeah, you can change.
So
Is
vehicles,
it a
yeah, he's staying the same side.
So clear on
I've
the
got
front?
space in front, yeah,
That's
done.
good, okay.
Go in here, done. Yeah. So can you see, now when we've sort of made lesson plans up, you can make small lesson plans up for anything. Yeah. Right. So you would say to the pupil, right, okay, so you've told me that you worry about changing lanes. And he goes, yes, I do.
It's a bit technique, you know, if you make a small plan, even your 2 hours lesson where you take a different small plans. Yeah.
Yeah, you can have lots of different small plans.
Small
So,
plans, yeah.
for example, before you sort of say it, here's an example for you, right? Yeah, you got a pupil. You were like, I don't know, doing something with roundabouts and stuff, and you find out that person struggles with changing lanes. There's your small plan. Yeah, how long changing lanes? I'll be honest with you, I've had a few driving instructors and I've really struggled changing lanes. I think it's one of the big things that really affect me, especially when I'm coming to roundabouts. That in itself is the adaptation. So if you was working on roundabouts but you found that her or him changing lanes was the effect, then you would adapt the lesson
According to the small.
to work on that.
Yes,
So you could then achieve your goal. But you might have not seen that before. She might be the first, might be the first time you've done that with her, or it could be one of the first lessons, or whatever. Yeah. So you find it and then you adapt. I think personally, it's like a goal is like you want it running through achieving, like a blocked drain, and then there's things that block you from doing it.
Yeah.
And as your driving instructor, you're the one that's got to find out what it is. But yeah, and if you look at people that might have passed you failed the part 3 test, it could be maybe their goal was something to do with roundabouts. The examiner's sitting in the back and he sees that the person's not checking their mirror or anything like that, so they're struggling with their lane changings, and that was never dealt with. Got it? Yes. Yeah. Let's have a look here. Very good. Where are we, man?
No need exercise.
I got back pen.
If the examiner sit on this seat where I am, he can see more clearly what the driver is doing.
Yeah. Part 3,
Yeah.
examiner always sits there.
Here?
Yeah, you should try sitting there, swap seats.
Oh, okay.
Right? I tell you, and then when you go next time, sit there. And I'll tell you why. Right, yeah? Are you okay?
Yeah.
I've got all my rubbish in the back there.
Yeah, so,
Right, I'll tell you the reason why. So now, you can see directly here, yeah,
Me.
right? But can you see me?
Yeah,
Yeah, can you see me checking the mirrors? Yeah, so that is how they know what's going on. And a lot of the time, what you see in the back is them moving around. Yeah, trying to see that little bit more of what's going on. But maybe we'll keep to that side now because that's the important side. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So before we go, all right, yeah, I'm going to stop in that place again. So I'm going to try and answer that question so you can see it from here. Right, yeah. Play the pupil, and what you're trying to do, rather than telling me, is asking me questions. Right, yeah, trying to make me aware, but try and get me to understand by thinking about it. Right, yeah. So have you ever had a problem at home, like a leak or something, and you're talking to your friend, and they go, "Oh, is there a bend somewhere or something causing that?" You go, "Oh God, yeah, I remember there was a bend up in the airing cupboard." Then you understand why it's happening. It's the same with your learners. If you're telling them everything, they won't. Sometimes they won't learn that much. They're just relying on you. So what you're trying to do is ask me questions and get me to think about the answers. Okay. So we're going to go left and then go down that road on the left. Yeah.
What's your plan here?
Yeah, I'm going left there. I think I'm looking over to the right there because I'm looking for any vehicles here.
But you can see the dangers come from that side as well. So make sure you can see on that side. If it's clear, then you can go.
It is now, yeah.
Yeah, it's clear.
Right. So what you could add to that, you could go, can you think of any other dangers that could potentially happen there when you're turning left? All right, yeah. Right. So let me show you this. Have you ever heard of a mind map? Mind map.
Mind map.
Mind map. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
No. Okay. Let me show you how this works, right? Yeah. So I did have one and then changed it. Right. So a lot of the times when you're with new pupils, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get them to think about the situation. Yeah. And mind maps are a way of, here we go, I always used to like this one, it's called Simple Mind Map, it's free, doesn't cost anything. Yeah, we like this. Yeah, so let's have a look here. To remember how to use it, yeah? Yeah, new mind map. Right, yeah? So let's have a central theme, yeah? So entering one way. Right? So what's the first thing, right, there, get the person to think about, what's the first thing? I'm entering the one way, what are you trying to get me to think about?
One-way sign.
Make sure it's the one way.
Okay, so here, you got that, seeing one way sign, right? So that's the first bit. And let's have a think, once you've done that, what we need to do is observation, yeah? Doing it observation. Yeah? So observation, right? And then you put in ones like this. Where? So it's to the right, and then you can add in different colours there. So you can do that. So it's to right, and then you can put in something like this. I'm not sure I can do that. There you go. To right and in front, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So you've got this to work with your pupil. Right, yeah. So you could say entering one-way system. What should you do next? I'm looking for the sign. Right, yeah. Observation. Where are you looking? I'm looking to the right and in front. Right, yeah. And then you can add to that one in front. Hang on, see if I can go here. If I do that one there. There you go. Add that, yeah, in front. So vehicles changing lane. So now you've got a little map. Little map. Right, yeah? And you can use it for all different kinds of things. Right? This is great for the reverse manoeuvre. How much steering? Half turn. Where should you look? Observation. Right, yeah? But it works this. So it's a simple mind thing. So I would say entering thing. I've got to look for the sign. Oh yeah, one way. Alright? I've got to make sure my observation. I remember that. I've got to look to the right. Oh, the vehicle's in front. And what can the vehicles in front do? Oh, they can change lanes. I've got to be aware. Do you see? Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got that on lessons, it's great. Mind maps. You can just mess around. There's lots of videos online that sort of show you how. I use it in a very basic way, but you can use it in. You can build it up over different things. Some people love it. Some people don't like it.
Depend on the.
It depends on the
technology, or just
yeah. But some people what they like is they go, oh, if you hear someone say the words, I need things in order, okay, let's use a mind map, and I'll email it to you, you can print it out. Right, so here we go, we're using our mind map here.
Okay. What's this called? This crossing called?
Oh, it's a zebra crossing.
Zebra crossing. And what the other thing is called, like, is controlled or uncontrolled?
Uncontrolled.
How you know about it?
Because there's no button or anything, yeah?
That's fine. So what's your plan from here?
Okay, well, we're going left.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the sign. I can see it's a one-way street, and I remember I've got to look to the right, and then the vehicle's coming from ahead. I'm just going to be a bit aware because I think they're going to swing over lanes. I think I can go before him. Do you see? See how a mind map could work? Yeah. So changing lanes now. All right.
You can change the lane.
So what size vehicle? Oh, we stay inside. Is there space in front? There's a little bit. Over we go.
Yeah.
You see?
That's great.
Yeah, they're the prompts, right? Yeah, you don't. All you're doing is asking the questions, aren't you? You're not telling me. You're asking me.
Okay. Yeah.
What's your plan here, Paul?
What's your plan? Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
checking my mirrors because I'm
Yeah.
ready. I think they're going to change because they've pressed the button.
Press the button. How you know this?
Oh, because that's lit up.
Oh, lit up. That's a great sign. Yeah. That's
Okay,
fine.
I've checked my mirrors here, but no, it's not lit up.
Not
Never.
lit.
I don't think it's going to change.
Yeah, you can. What this line is for?
I think it's a bus lane.
What exactly is called?
Is it a contraflow bus lane?
Contraflow bus.
So I could see a bus coming towards me.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay. You need to follow this road.
Yep.
After the bend, you need to change the lane. Yeah.
Okay.
Side of the vehicle.
He's staying the same size,
Same stands. Yeah. If it's clear.
Oh, no, it's not
it's
clear.
Not clear. Yeah.
but it is now.
Now it's clear. Speed up, and you can.
Okay, get me to go back into the right lane.
Yeah, back into right and check the mirrors.
Are you saying the same size?
Same the same side.
I'm going to give a signal and then accelerate into the gap.
Yeah.
Simple as that, yeah? Do you see?
Yeah.
Right, yeah?
You need to look like over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say as the instructor, I'd be looking over the shoulder. As a pupil, you probably want them to be leaning forward more. Do you see? Right?
Okay, what's your plan here?
I'm going to go straight ahead here,
What's the danger?
the pedestrian crossing, but I don't think it's going to change because it's not lit up.
Okay, you need to go home. Yeah. In your lens. Yeah.
It's
So
clear.
far it's clear. Yeah. Speed up.
Over we go.
But check your mirrors.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now, I'm going to take you via a little area. You happy with that now?
Yeah.
Yeah? So I'm going to show you a little area that catches a lot of people out. Yeah? Okay, and I want you to know these areas, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go left here. What's the speed limit here?
40.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, so this is a nice little lesson if you're doing speed limits. Okay, so how do I know what the speed limit is here?
The sign.
Yeah.
You can see clearly a sign over there.
Okay, so let's just go over 30. So we know it's 30 here because there's street lights and no other signs. Okay, if it's 40, then you go for a 40 sign. After a 40 sign, could there be street lights?
Could be.
Okay, so how would I know that I'm not in a, if I'm in a 30 or a 40, how would I know?
I think after like few street lights, there's a sign for 40.
Okay, they're called reminder signs
Reminders
or repeater signs, yeah? Okay, they're not always there. They should be there so many 200 yards or whatever, but they're not always, right? Yeah? So is there any other way that you could tell that the road is 40?
You can watch the other speeds.
Okay, well if we've got 30, yeah, and then we're in a 40 road and you can see street lights, but you can't see any other road signs, right? A really good way of seeing is look in the side roads. Okay, so if it's a side road like a house and estate, then the house and estate would normally shall I say, be 30 miles an hour. So if you look into a side road and it's a small, you know, like a little house and estate, and you see no other signs, then that means that the road you're on is not 40, it's 30. Right? If you look into the side roads and you see a 30 sign, then you know that the road you're on is probably more like a 40, right? So there's different ways of asking these questions when it comes to speed signs, yeah? Like this one here, you see the bend up here is 40, right? Yeah? Doesn't mean you suddenly got to veer down to 40, you just ease off your gas. It's because the bend is past a few degrees, like it's done by computers.
This question, you know, that's came in my mind and I ask you when I all the time cross here, because this sign is I think it's the other side of the road.
Yes, we have a side as
So I
well.
said, oh, I'm gonna ask you, do I need to speed 40 or like, that's a good thing off the gas.
Yeah, just off the gas.
Yeah,
Right, yeah?
gas, yeah.
Now I can't remember. I was with somewhere. And there was a policeman, and someone brought that up. Right, yeah. And he said, look, probably best way is just to ease off your gas. If you was going a little bit, I don't know, 45 through there, that's not a problem, unless you have an accident. Right, yeah. So I always teach people just off the gas. You'll lose if you're at 50. You'll lose 5 miles an hour really easy, aren't you? But if you think of the dangers of actually jumping on the brake from 50 to 40 on a road like that, that's a lot more.
It's straight line 30, I think.
Sorry?
It's 30.
Where?
Just weekend. A50 to A50 this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 30.
Here it's really important
Yeah.
to get them to understand give way signs and solid white lines. See, I really like this one here because there's a lot going on here, right here. Okay, so I'm going to show you an area where people foul for speeding, right, yeah? And why do they foul for speeding? Here's good because you got, when they can be bothered to paint there, you got the give way sign. Another thing, yeah, if you're teaching someone who's got an international license or driven in another country, they are more likely to go
This
that.
You need to follow the
Yeah, that little arrow is like a light. Like when I was in France, I loved them little arrows because if I'd suddenly got into a UK mind and not a French mind, that little arrow would be really saving, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're coming down here, right, yeah. Normally, on tests, how they do it is you come down the A500, and then they say, yeah, come into this lane. When you get to the traffic light to the bottom, what I want you to do is go all the way round and back on the other side. Okay, so let's see why someone would foul here. Shout it out when you see it. Okay, so that's fine, isn't it? Yeah, that's not the foul point, right? They always get it there. They always bring their speed down here. So now I'm going all the way round and back on ourselves. Oh, maybe they like one now. I thought so. There you go. Right. So here, really good to practice with people, because again, so easy to get confused. Either go down there, or the next one. It's actually the third one. But remember, we're going right and we're coming back on ourselves.
Okay, the examiner gonna ask to do this.
Oh yeah. Rosie failed her test for this.
They said you need to make a U-turn round back to the.
So yeah, they say all they say is I want you to go right here, and I want you to come back down the A500 the other way. Right, yeah. Okay. Sometimes people think they don't get stuff like this on tests, but they do.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Anything that's legal. They used to use this a lot of time. I probably will again. I think it's right. So anyway, she was here. She was doing a good job. She came all the way round, and she failed her test. You got to tell me why she failed her test.
Okay.
Tell me why she failed her test, eh? So yeah, they get confused sometimes here. You can see that it's here, yeah? Okay, any idea why she failed her test?
Maybe they can go on the left lane.
Oh, slip road.
Yeah, it built up the speed.
Yeah, what's the speed here? What's it here?
30.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what she did,
Yeah.
because she saw slip road.
Slip road and speed up. But speed's gonna build up from here 50.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. I always do that.
It's easy to do because you see it as a slip road, don't you?
But you don't need to change unless you see the sign.
Yeah. And that's why it's really important to understand how road signs for speed work, right? Yeah. So the moment here is 50, right? Yeah. Now it goes to 30, right? And that means every road from now on is 30 unless I see another sign, right? And that's why it's really good to practice with your pupil. Each junction you come to, apart from doing your MSPSL, look for another speed limit sign. So I come up here, is there another speed limit sign? No. So now I'm happy with that, and then I can concentrate on my giveaway line, so I know it's clear there. They're going to wait there, and I can't cross lanes until later on, but I'm going to go back so I don't need to. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. Same one here. Yep. Okay. Yep again. So, just a couple of things about the road markings here. What do those broken lines mean there?
This one.
Yeah,
Hazard zone.
but
Do not
that
cross.
means it's like
not
another
cross.
lane. Yeah, no, it means you can cross there. Can you see? So here, the colours are green, like another lane, like a slip road off, and then they go red. Right, yeah. Here they're white, so this is the same road, and obviously you can swap over. What does that sign mean there?
No stop.
So clear way, no stopping. Yeah. You see the barriers in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are the higher rated barriers. These are 5-ton barriers. Right, yeah. Because what they're doing is they're protecting lots of stuff, lampposts, all of that kind of stuff. Other barriers that you see, the different shaped ones, they are 1-ton barriers, but these are the big strong ones. Yeah, these are strong. These are the 5-ton. I guess because big lorries thundering down here, that's going to stop a lorry on these ones. Average speed cameras. So how do you explain average speed cameras to your pupils? How do they work?
It's catching your speed like
From when you started and when you take the exit.
Okay.
average speed.
No. Right? So what it does, that's what people think, and I'm sure that's what they think. They think, you see the average speed just starts down here and it goes all the way down to the motorway. So I don't know how long that is, 2 miles, something like that, yeah? So they think 2 miles at 50 miles an hour would take a certain amount of time. But it's not actually that, it's in between the posts.
Yeah, it's between the
Yeah, so it's smaller distances, it's not the whole road.
It's between the cameras.
Yeah.
First camera to second.
So if you did 70 between the first post and then said, right, I'm going to go really slow,
The next one.
yeah, you can still get done.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Okay, they've got new cameras now, and I'm not sure whether they are putting them down now. I was just looking in the shape, but what they can do, they can tell if anybody's on the phone.
Yes. The one more thing I just want to know, one of my friends,
Yeah.
he got 6 points, he's a learner, he was driving motorcycle
Yeah,
and with a 40 speed limit,
yeah.
and the police gave him 6 points. I think CT for the motorcycle, what's it called? CT, CBT or CBT?
CBT, you got
CBT,
yeah.
and they gave him 6 points. So still he can drive, or what happened?
Yeah, so what happens is he got a provisional license
Yeah,
for
he
a car?
got it, yeah.
So the way it works is, once you pass your test, in the first 2 years, you are you can only have up to 6 points. Like for us, we've been driving longer, we could get 12 points. So on the new learner driver program, 6 points, that's it, you lose your license. You lose your provisional and everything, you have to do everything again. But you could apply straight away, but then you go on to what they call the 1 point scheme. So that means that if your friend gets a driving license, but then gets speeding or anything, then he will lose his license again.
But still he can drive.
Yeah, he can still drive, yeah. He can take his test and everything, but he will, once he passes, until those run out, first 2 years actually, he'll have one point, and everything's more than 1 point. So he will
Lose his license.
yeah, lose his license and have to start again. That stuff you need to you need to talk to your pupils about that. You need to explain because you say, look, you're spending all this money learning to drive, but if you speed twice, then that's it. I think I told you, didn't I, about a guy that I taught to drive, and he failed his test 7 times with different instructors, and then his mum called me up and I looked at his driving, and he was just hand down here, all of that kind of stuff. And I got him through his test. I had to be a bit strict with him, got him through his test, and then 3 weeks later he called me up and said he'd lost his license. One, I think he was doing a handbrake skid in the country lane, and 2, he was speeding. I think the police followed him, and then he said, I've passed my theory test again. He goes, can you take me out for my test? And I just said to him, no, because I didn't want to be involved in someone being killed. It was more of it was like a mental issue where he didn't have any respect. And his mum didn't help because she bought him like a Cosworth. God knows how much insurance they were paying, but that's the difference, you know. I did this thing on Sunday. I went to like not this Sunday, I think last Sunday. It was like a conference, and the fire brigade were there, and they had like virtual reality or what's it like being in an accident. So you think you're in a car, and the guy is messing around with his phone. A tractor pulls out, and then you see hit the tractor, and then you see them cutting you out of the car, and the paramedic with you, and all of that. It's not good. So some people, I don't know, especially when they're young, they think they can do everything, but they need to understand there's a punishment, and it's not good if you're involved in an accident. Alright, here we go. Just going to go down this side road now. Okay, this is another good road for practicing reverse parking. Okay, pulling up on the right, but also getting them to think about how do you turn your car around, which sounds simple, doesn't it? So I normally get them here, and I go, oh, gone the wrong way. Just turn your car around. Yeah. Okay. And then this is a good way that you can get them to think about turning the car around, because although the turning the road doesn't happen on tests anymore, this is a really good skill to have. Yeah. And it used to be. So you know, using the space, right? Yeah. The steering, making sure they end up doing the steering and where they should be looking. And then I always try and say that if you're not sure that the back of the car is clear, then get out, have a look. So this, I do it down here, plenty of reverse parking opportunities here, plenty of pulling up here, on the right here, and there. Did we do the emergency stop? No. I didn't mark that down. So, emergency stop time, let me show you how that goes. Manual, you'll be using brake and then clutch, automatic, very easy, right? Yeah? So, emergency stop. Did you have to do the emergency stop on your part too?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so emergency stop is 1 in every 3 cars. Okay, what's the history behind the emergency stop? Why did they stop doing it? Or why did they try and stop doing it, shall I say?
Because if any gadget come out in front of you, you need to know, you need to stop.
Okay, so when I took my test all those years ago, I and me and all my friends and everyone who were our brothers and everything all had to do the emergency stop, right? Yeah. Then they started to change the way that they taught driving, right? Yeah. So they started to bring in the theory test. Lots of countries around the world brought in the theory test, right? Yeah. And then they brought in the hazard perception test. So the hazard perception test is really important because instead of driving along and someone runs out in front of you, like a child chasing a ball, and you suddenly brake hard to stop, it's making you think wider. Okay, so if you see a child playing with a ball up here, then you should be already thinking about who's behind me. I don't have to do an emergency. I might just ease off my gas when the kid runs out. All in control, right? Yeah. So that was the whole idea of the hazard perception, that you was, rather than things being left to late, it was early. Okay. Then they said, right, okay, there was changes in the test then, things were happening. They were bringing in the reversing back in the bay and longer drives and all of that. And then they said, right, we're going to get rid of the emergency stop. Don't need it. And then I think the Sun newspaper found out, and then they make a big campaign about, you know, learners can't do the emergency stop and whatever. So then they compromised and they said, okay, we're not going to do it every test, we're going to do it 1 in every 3. So now it's 1 in every 3. A lot of driving instructors are quite lazy, so they don't do the emergency stop until, I don't know, the hour before, the lesson before, right? I've known that, yeah? So I try and get it in, not right at the beginning, but somewhere in the middle, just do an emergency stop, and then do it again, you know, just before they go for the test, all right, yeah? So, how does it work? The examiner will always pull you over on the side of the road before. They won't suddenly do it, all right, yeah? They will then say, we're going to carry out the emergency stop now, okay? So, when you're ready, carry on driving as normal. When I say stop, stop the car as if in an emergency. So, driving along, right, yeah? Checking your mirrors as normal, right, yeah? But once you or the examiner says stop, no mirror checks. Forget the mirrors, right, yeah? Keep your hands firmly on the steering wheel and brake firm, yeah? Okay, what is ABS? Explain ABS to me.
Anti-lock bracing system.
What does it do?
It's not going to, you know, the wheel not going to skid. It's going to stop your wheels like catching and release, catching and release.
So who developed it? Do you remember?
No.
Mercedes. And before cars had
Mercedes.
It was Mercedes. Before cars had ABS, right? Yeah. What would you do on braking if you had to brake very sharp? What would you do?
Skid.
Okay. So there was a technique called condensed braking. All right. Condensed braking is basically pumping the pedal. Right. Yeah. So what would happen is, because a lot of this would be really common, and it's horrible as well, that use a car driving down here, yeah, young boy racer, yeah, got a girlfriend in the side seat, drives up to a bend, not sure if the bend's sharp or not. Suddenly he panics when he realizes the bend's sharp, right, yeah, slams the foot down on the brake, right, yeah, yes, so he's now skidding, right, yeah, there's a tree there. It's normally the girlfriend that dies, and then then the girlfriend's dad chases him down, right? So it's really important to understand that ABS allows you to brake harder and steer, right? So what happens is, when it senses that the wheels have locked, like that, like you say, and that's why you can feel something on your pedal, right? Yeah. 2 places that ABS doesn't work well. Any idea?
When it's ice?
Not so much ice, snow, right, yeah?
Snow.
So I was driving in Poland once. We was driving up in the mountains, and it was just, I drove to Czech Republic from Poland, ridiculous, and there was all like, what do they call it, like snow plows, and we was driving those for a really thick snow. If you go on the brake in a car without ABS, the snow builds up in front of the wheels, so you stop quicker. But with a car with ABS, it clears the snow. Also on grit, you know, like gravel, it won't stop as quick, it won't work as much, yeah? But in general, ABS is brilliant, because what it does, it releases the brake and allows you to steer, right, yeah? So, learners, if a car starts to slide at the back, like that, so the back is sliding there, which way should you steer to correct? So you're braking, and suddenly you find, because the weight of the car goes forward, so now you're suddenly finding that the back of the car starts to slide. What way should you steer to correct it?
Left side.
So if the back of the car is steering right, you think you should steer left. That would be.
Right.
So what you do is you steer slightly in to the skid, which then brings the car back in line. Okay.
You're gonna turn right.
Yeah.
The back side gonna be left.
So not oversteer,
Oversteer left.
slightly steer. Okay. I remember one morning I was coming home. I lived in London on a big hill, and I don't know. I think I felt I was braking, and the car started to slide. Just you could feel the back going. But as soon as I steered slightly into it, boom, then you could feel the traction come back in. But if I steered the other way, I would have.
There's a funny thing I just want to know that, Sarji, what's his name on Clayton Road, which, Brookside Drive, still lives there. Whatever his name is, I forgot his name. He's my friend. His wife, went for the test today, I think.
Yeah.
And he hired a car from Stafford, I think, or somewhere.
Yeah.
While the test, and I think 10-15 minutes left, and they're driving both for the test center, and suddenly the ABS light come out.
Oh, did they cancel the test?
Oh, the examiner stopped the car and got out from the car. He said, no, I'm not going to do this. Cancel this test.
Just cancel the test,
He said,
Yeah, because it's a critical system, isn't it? You got to have it. Yeah, you got to lights that are on the car. Sometimes if you need a service light, that's not so bad. But any other lights, the red lights. Red lights now they won't do it, and like ABS light now they won't take a test. They have to have like a duty of responsibility. That's why they check the cars and make sure the tyres have got proper tread.
There's a new car that's especially for learners. And I don't know what happened with the car.
It's AA car.
Was it AA or Arnold Clark?
Might be the AA, because
okay.
the last time I bring from the AA as well. So the ABS light come out last 10-15 minutes.
Cost them a lot of money.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me show you this emergency stop. Yeah, have you got your seatbelt on?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Otherwise your teeth are on the floor.
Yeah. Got it?
1 second.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is we look around, we drive off, right? Yeah. The examiner will always check behind to make sure that it's clear, right? Yeah. Emergency stop happens like this. He says stop, stop. Do not move your foot off the brake. Stay on the brake. Once you've stopped, handbrake on, and then the examiner says, I will not ask you to do that again. Carry on when you're ready. Now, if you have a look here, there are lines that vehicles could get past on that side and that side, motorbikes, bicycles, etc. So you look here, look there, quick check of the mirrors, away you go. That is your emergency stop, right here. Simple as that.
To put the handbrake on here.
Yeah, I always say.
Handbrake on, like,
Yeah, put your handbrake on, make sure you look around, and then it goes. Yeah. But it's the looking over both shoulders
both shoulders when you move.
that really, it's important, isn't it? Yeah. Apart from that, all good. So next lesson, I know it's not tomorrow now, I've changed it. Yeah. We're going back on to lesson planning. I'm going to have another plan for us. All right. Yeah. So another.
Make sure you send this recording as well.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the recording today. Give me a couple of hours.
No worries. Take your time.
Takes time to upload it, but yeah. It's good, isn't it? Seeing the videos is good.
Yeah, the next time we're going to record it and we will watch it later as well.
Yeah.
If we need. That's going to be helpful.
I'll do the next time we'll record it as well. I'll record it in 2 parts because I'm going to give you a pupil. I'm going to act as a pupil and it's going to be slightly different and I won't come out of character again. Okay, yeah? Good. But yeah, that's done. I'll turn that off now. Done. Oh.